And the king went up into the house of the Lord, and all the men of Judah, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and the priests and the Levites, and all the people, great and small. And he read in their ears all the words of the book of the covenant that was found in the house of the Lord. And the king stood in his place, and made a covenant before the Lord, to walk after the Lord, and to keep his commandments, and his testimonies, and his statutes, with all his heart, and with all his soul, to perform the words of the covenant which are written in this book. And he caused all that were present in Jerusalem and Benjamin to stand to it. And the inhabitants of Jerusalem did according to the covenant of God, the God of their fathers. 2 Chronicles 34:30-32. Behold how the king ascends the temple of your own heart, and uncovers the book of the covenant that slumbered there unseen. That book is simply the record of every image you have impressed upon your imagination. When Josiah reads aloud its words, he is nothing more than your awakened self, revisiting every promise you once made in silence. And in that moment you stand firm, you make covenant before the Lord within, to walk after the Lord, to keep his commandments with all your heart and all your soul. Understand, you are both king and priest, the reader and the reader. Your awakened imagination, God within, calls you to awake from the dream of limitation. As the king stood in his place, so you too must assume the fixed state of your fulfilled. Declare it once in your innermost temple, then let the subtlest currents of faith circulate without disturbance. There is no second act of striving. Your covenant is sealed by the thrill you felt when you first assumed the end. In that moment, the entire company of your faculties rises to salute the promise, and he caused all that were present to stand to it. Here is the secret. Once your own deeper self awakens in you, every aspect of your being, memory, desire, perception, conspires to uphold that covenant. They stand at attention, aligned with the destiny you have already imagined. No force in time-space can resist the power of your fulfilled vision once you have enacted it in the stillness of your inner temple. Thus, the ancient words cease to be mere history and become a living map of your inward journey. You find the lost covenant, the fulfilled promise, waiting to be rediscovered, and as you read it, you awaken the God who dreams in you. In that awakening, you discover, you and he are one. These verses depict a transition from sleepwalking through life to full, conscious engagement. Reading the book symbolizes an inner awakening, bringing buried convictions into clear awareness. The king and people move from passive habit to an alert state of commitment, where every faculty, mind, heart, and soul is roused and unified. In Neville's framework, Scripture reveals itself as a sacred pattern showing how imagination fashions reality. When you read aloud, you impress a richly sensory scene upon the screen of your inner mind, experiencing each color, sound, and feeling with vivid clarity. As you breathe life into those words, you enter into a solemn covenant, sealing the mental picture with wholehearted emotion and unwavering intention, embracing it with all your heart and soul. From there, you simply stand firm, maintaining that imaginal act undisturbed by the shifting tides of outer circumstance. In this way, the threefold rhythm of impressing, committing, and resting awakens the creative power of your consciousness, ensuring that whatever you have passionately read and faithfully held within must ultimately manifest without. The divine power revealed is your own human imagination. You are the king of your inner realm, steward of the scriptural word within. By solemnly affirming and feeling the reality of your desire, you become the co-author of your world. The moment you truly believe and inhabit that inner scene, the outer world yields to that imaginal decree. The journey begins when you choose a clear statement of what you long to experience. For example, I walk in perfect health and touch my world with creative ease. Once this declaration settles in your heart, allow yourself to speak it aloud or whisper it softly, inviting every sense into the picture. Let the sounds, sights, and textures come alive within your awareness. As you sustain this vision, let it rise into a solemn vow, filling your heart with gratitude and joy as if its promise has already been fulfilled. When that feeling ripples through you, gently withdraw your attention and rest in unwavering faith, secure in the knowledge that inwardly you have honored this sacred agreement. From this place of quiet assurance, remain attentive to the subtle shifts that follow, noticing fresh ideas, unexpected opportunities, or chance encounters that bear witness to your imaginal act unfolding in the world beyond. By bringing your desire into crystal clarity, dedicating your inner faculties with wholehearted devotion, and upholding unshakable faith, you step fully into your divine inheritance, the power to dream a new world into being and to walk within it.